On today's segment, we have two repeat performers sitting with me. You have seen them and you'll recognize them from shows in the past. My cousin Charlotte, who has been on Glow's Kitchen before, and my daughter-in-law Lisa as well. And they have both brought special guests with them to the studio. And I would like Charlotte to tell me who they are.
Today I brought my two grandsons, Max, who is 9 and a 4th grader at the village school in Marblehead, and Noah, who is 8 and a 2nd grader at the Bell School, also in Marblehead.
Awesome. And there's a reason why they're here today to join me on the set. And Lisa, who did you bring with you today?
I brought my sons, William and Ethan, and they're also your grandsons. William is 9 and Ethan is 7, and they're both students at the Golden Hill School in Haverhill.
Awesome. Now, there's a reason why these boys were selected to be on the show today. And I know you, Charlotte, have a daughter, Sherry, who is very invested in good, healthy eating and nutrition. What is it that the boys know from all of this?
Well, they love watching the Food Channel. Along with our daughter Sherry, the two boys had a chopped session on making kale salads. They also are very aware of eating correctly. They love avocados. They especially love salmon and broccoli, Brussels sprouts. They have salads for supper every night. And of course, they love my chicken soup.
I bet. Now, Lisa, the boys have been on a segment.
Yeah.
And they have also done some baking recently. Can you elaborate?
Yeah, they were on episode 11, and they made s'mores bars. They were also on another episode where they made fruit kebabs and popcorn balls, and they did that along with their older cousin, Hannah.
That's right. And then more recently, we did get together.
Yes.
To have an unbelievable bake-in.
Yes, it was unbelievable because we made dozens and dozens of different types of cookies for the holidays to give to our friends and neighbors and teachers.
That's right.
And they had a blast making them, decorating them, also along with their little sister, Isabella.
That's right. Isabella is 5 years old, and she did everything along with her brothers. And what we're going to do is we're going to invite the boys into the kitchen. They are going to work with me on a special cream puff segment. And this book, Dessert Gems, was put together with the assistance of my son and daughter-in-law, and Lisa did the graphic design work. And we are going to be doing the cream puffs that are on this page, and we're going to make them, fill them, and then at the end of the segment, I would like to invite Charlotte and Lisa to the table to taste them.
Excellent.
So we're ready.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to make the batter for the puffs. I'm going to take a cup of water, bring it to a boil, add some oil and a little bit of salt, reboil it again. Then I will add a cup of flour, stir it together so that the flour mix leaves the walls of the pot. Then I will transfer everything into a glass bowl and add 1 egg at a time, 3 eggs in all. And I use extra large eggs. And for the very last egg, I will beat it quite a bit to make sure it is mixed in and the mixture is thick. If you choose to use an electric beater, that's fine too. There are 3 sizes of cream puffs. The small are with a teaspoon, the medium a tablespoon, and the large with a large soup spoon. I'm going to be doing the medium today with a tablespoon. I'm using parchment paper. You can also use an ungreased bake sheet, that's fine. Okay, so by way of introduction, I have here Max and Noah, Charlotte's grandchildren, and William and Ethan, my grandchildren and Lisa's children. And I'm going to show each of you again just how to do the initial puffs. You take and make sure that you just have enough in the spoon, and then you take the little spatula and scoop it out and drop it on the tray. You see that? And then if you'd like, if it's a little pointed, you press it like so. So what we do is we take, and I know Ethan, you like the spoon, you can do the soup spoon or the teaspoon, and you take it like this, and then you push it off. And then if you think it's a little pointed, you can pat it a touch, and then you go a few inches over. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to move off the set and have you boys begin. So start in, take your time, enjoy. You did a great job, both of you. Awesome. That is great. And I will take this, and we're going to get it ready to be baked. And it's usually a 450-degree oven. You can put it off to the side.
That's a lot.
And you do it 450 degrees 20 minutes, and then 350 degrees for another 20 minutes. And when you cut them open, which I'm going to show shortly, you need to make sure that they're fairly dried out. If they're not, put them back in the oven again for another 5 minutes on 350, and the insides will dry out. Awesome!
That's a hot
Thank you so much. That is great. That's the beginning. Now what we're going to do is have them baked and see how they come out. Thank you. After they come out of the oven, you put them on a cooling rack, let them cool for around 20 minutes, and then, as you can see, they're nice and puffy, and now you're ready to cut them. Make sure when you cut the puffs that you have a nice, strong, pointed knife, and just carefully cut around, all around the edge in the middle, and it will open up very nicely. This is a great, easy cream filling. It's using vanilla pudding. You take one small package, you have 3/4 cup of milk, 1/4 cup of heavy cream, pour it into a bowl, add your pudding mix last, mix it all together for 2 minutes, and then you're going to start seeing that it begins to thicken. And once it starts, put it in the refrigerator for about 5 minutes, and you have a nice, thick cream puff cream filling. For the chocolate sauce, you boil up 3/4 cup of heavy cream. Then you take it off, pour it into a glass bowl or any size bowl, and add a tablespoon of unsalted butter and a cup of either chocolate chips, dark chocolate chips, bittersweet chocolate chips, and let it rest for a minute. Then start mixing it. If you find that you still have some small granules and pieces after mixing it for a few minutes, put it through a strainer. It'll come out beautiful. It's great for the toppings on the cream-filled puffs. I use 2 fillings, the vanilla pudding filling and a whipped cream filling. The whipped cream you can take and add a few tablespoons of confectioner's sugar per cup of whipped cream, and a little bit of what's called xanthan gum, which thickens the whipped cream. It makes it easier to work with. And I put a good hearty tablespoon in each puff, and then when I want to use the chocolate sauce, I take the cap and I dip it into the sauce and go to the edge of the dish to make sure no drippings get onto the rest of the puff, and put it back on. And then with the cream puff, the whipped cream puff, I take and I add confectioner sugar to the top crust, and it really makes them both look very decorative. All right, now boys, put your utensils down and do me a favor. There's a lot of work to be done. Roll up your sleeves. Okay, so let's roll up our sleeves.
Good thing about long sleeve shirts.
That's right. And everything here is in front of you, the chocolate sauce, the pudding, the whipped cream, the shaker, and why don't you go to it and put a puff on the blue plates. Take one puff, put it on the blue plates, open it up, and fill it with something, okay? Open it up, fill it with something. And if it's whipped cream, then you'll shake it with a shaker. If it's chocolate sauce, then you will take the top and dip it. And Ethan, I'm going to give you this chocolate sauce too, so it's closer to you in case you want it, all right? And perfect. Absolutely perfect. And then, William, you're going to shake it. And if you did that, you dipped it beautifully. That is great. Great job. Perfect for the pudding. Now take that top, Ethan, and dip it. And then what you can do is you can rub it to the side if it drips or anything. And put that one on the tray, on your serving tray. William, put this one. We'll put this one right here, okay? So whenever you're through with something, you can put it on the tray. Perfect. Perfect. And Ethan, awesome. Okay, I'm going to move, no, it doesn't go on that one, hon. That is perfect. I'm going to move off the set to give you more room. Have fun. Let me see how you're doing here. How's everyone doing? Awesome. Awesome. Wow, look at that. You're doing fantastic. Fantastic. Make sure you dip it, hon. So take this and dip it. Good, good, good. Which is your favorite, do you think?
I like them both the same, actually.
You do. You do. What do you think, William?
I think I like these guys.
You do. I notice you favor doing those, and boy, look at that. Ethan, you are favoring the eclair type cream puffs. That is awesome. Okie dokie, there's another one. Here, pick another one, hon. Beautiful. Oh, that's a different one too. Good. Now, what grade are you in?
I'm in 4th.
And William, what grade?
3rd.
3rd, okay. And Ethan, what grade are you in now?
2nd.
So he's in the 2nd grade.
2nd.
Okay. Sure. Okay, so we'll take this, put this on here, and you are ready to do the next one. There you go. If you do choose to add a fruit filling into the whipped cream, I just want to show you. Take, for example, strawberries, cut off the top, chop them finely, and then wrap the strawberries in paper towel and squeeze so all the excess juice comes out. Then when you add it to your whipped cream right here, you'll notice that it does not run. So any fruit that you use, follow that simple approach and you'll find that you can use that as well in your cream puffs. Here's the finished product that I'd like to show you, ready to be served for any guests we may have on the set. And as I mentioned early on, we have Charlotte and Lisa, and I'd like to ask them to come on the set. And you keep working, and I'm going to give them a dish, and they may take from the trays from their children and grandchildren, so that help yourself from all the wonderful assortments that they have made.
That one is the lemon pudding chocolate, the whipped cream.
And I will,
The whipped cream and it's the whipped cream marshmallow.
so you can go and enjoy. Here you have a napkin.
Thank you
And-
very much.
Charlotte,
I'm sure it'll be delicious.
go ahead and enjoy.
Thank you.
And I will let the boys continue as they, and you may share this with your cousins, okay? Oh, absolutely. They have asked if they can eat them. So what I will tell you is we can see this soon on YouTube, and you can get the recipe as well there, or else you can contact me at glomez@verizon.net, and I hope you enjoy sharing the recipe with children in your family too. Thank you.